public speaking. So I've made myself some bullet points. I'm not using my so I've made myself some bullet points for all the good it'll do. Anyway, here goes. Firstly, thanks for coming. When you plan something like this, you've got to appreciate that not everybody's going to be able to make it. It takes some doing, because especially if you've already had your holiday. So that's why we sort of encourage people to have your holiday, and at some point during your holiday, pretend out when kind of thing, instead of, we're going to shoot out the Ibiza for a wedding. I think we'll be there for a holiday, and at some point pretend out when. And I hope you've all enjoyed it. The reason we picked Ibiza is because it was mine and Lol's first holiday together back in 1999. And ever since then we've loved it. So we've come back with the kids, and now the kids love it. I knew that if we were getting married in Ibiza, it's something that Brad and Lewis could get excited about. As opposed to just something standard, Sport and Lodge for example, that we considered in the early days. So I appreciate the effort that everybody's made to get out here, bring the families out. Brilliant, thanks very much. I really hope you're having a great week and you're feeling the spirit of Ibiza. I think one of the things that brings us back every year is the energy. Everywhere you go, there's music playing and everybody's sort of in a good mood, and that's the difference between somewhere like this and somewhere like Benidorm, where they're playing only fools and horses and every pub that you walk past. Back to me bullet points. I'm going to mention each individual group that has made the effort to get out there. I'll start at that bottom end of the table. Lewis is going to be putting on a show later on tonight. It's a press-up show. Don't knock it until you've seen it.
I'm ready for this.
He's going home to get changed. You're going to come back in a vest. Then we're going to get it done. Young Anthony here, Julie's son, none of us knew him before we came out here. He's met the lads and they've sort of took him under the wing. He's only 15, he was in space last night. 7 this morning now. If that's not a holiday, I don't know what it is. Enjoy yourself, son.
Yeah, it's been great.
Isn't it? Oh, Louise and Alan, and we've been away millions of times with Louise and Alan. Who would have thought back when you got married that you'd be at my wedding one day with a little baby, out on the beach in Ibiza. So we're really pleased that you could get out here. And it's always a pleasure to spend a few days in your company, Alan, where I can relax when I'm with you. You know who I am, I know who you are, and we just sort of get on with it. Lisa, I miss you out, Lee, but I miss you out for a reason. Lisa was with Lol the night I met her. She actually fell over on the dance floor and broke the glass, went into her ass. She sued the arena, subsequently sued the arena, didn't you? And it was back at, it was the night I met Lol. We ended up back at Lol's flat, picking the glass out of Lisa's ass. Lee, believe it or not, is Lisa's cousin, and I don't really know, but there is a connection here. I've been going to the same takeaway for 25 years, right? Gigi's, and Lee saved me on many occasions, and he used to work there, didn't he?
Yeah.
So that's the connection there. Old Brad over here has done us the honour of giving Lol away because Lol's family couldn't make it for a variety of reasons. Like your mum's not in very good health, and Steve isn't, so Bradley kindly stepped in and took the responsibility to give Lol away. And he's done a great job. He's solid and he's dependable, so thanks for that, Brad. I know you're enjoying yourself. You
Well done,
absolutely love the
son.
place, don't you? I'm going to skip you, Lol. How David? Now this wedding started at the beginning of August with the stag weekend in the lakes, and anybody who needs a lesson in planning should speak loud, David. Because back when he began to plan the weekend, like, oh wait, David, it's a year away. Had he not started the plan back then, though, it wouldn't have turned into the weekend that it was. And it was an absolutely fabulous weekend that everybody enjoyed. There was 18 of us, and it couldn't have been planned any better. His planning is so good that today we went out on a banana boat, and on the way back he urinated up my back. Now it started at that end of the sea and it continued all the way back, and I was thinking, where's this coming from? To where you think, oh right, he's finishing now, and you can just feel a fine little spits on your back, and then just kept going. And I was astounded when Lee told me that David actually planned that. He'd been thrown in the water held it in until he got sat behind me, and then peed all over me. If that's not good planning, I don't know what it is. But anyway, a really special thanks to you.
The pissing on
What
you.
you did the stag weekend, you know, and I deserve pissing on at times. I'll take one for the team there, but just right the way through, and at various points during the whole of the month, you've just given me little prompts, little reminders. Hang on a second, there's a different direction you could go in here, and then I've taken that on board, and it's worked out for the best. So little moves that wouldn't have happened had you not had your input there. So I thoroughly appreciate it anyway. None of it's gone unnoticed. Kerry, you've been with David about as long as I've been with Lol now, so it's great to see you out here as well. And I know Danielle couldn't make it. It would have been nice if she could have got out, but it is what it is, isn't it? So but I'm pleased you could get out anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope you get the spirit of it. Lauren, I really don't know you. I know very little about you, and to be fair, I remember you this big. I don't think you remember me. Back when you had the big fluffy dog, where everywhere it went you could see its rectum. What's all that dog again?
Japanese Akita.
That's a Japanese Akita, yeah, and I haven't really seen much of it since then, but absolutely beautiful, and if nothing else, you improve our photos. Lisa and Lee, lovely couple, lovely family. The lads probably don't realise that when I very first bought a set of decks, I didn't have a clue what to do with them. And it was Lee and a fella called Colin Highpants that came round my flat and schooled me. You know, had it not been for them, I might not have been the SoundCloud phenomenon known as Funk Bubble that you've all come to know and love.
I actually lent you me decks, didn't I? And said crack on with them.
So you're to blame for all this, are you?
Yeah. Stoked my fire. Julie, good friend of Lol's these days. I haven't really known you long, but you've sort of, you've got yourself involved, and you know, you were quick to get booped up and come over. You know, you wanted to come in and have a good time. You know, you've got a lot of energy. I wish I could think of some other stuff to say. I'm out,
It's good
sorry.
things. I did run the pub. I was
Yeah,
buzzing the
I'll tell you
pub.
what you have done though.
Can help you.
You quickly sussed out where the best places to go with kids
With
were
kids. Oh,
before
yeah,
we
I
got
had to.
here. And you're dead right as well. It's perfect for the kids up where you recommended there. So cheers. Have I covered everybody? Oh, Big Mick. Big Mick.
Last but not least.
And Mick's going to say a few words a little bit there. Well, Mick's our Luce's mate. He came to the stag weekend, and what I like about Mick is he's really down to earth. He doesn't care. He has a good time. He's got a great sense of humour. And look at him stood there, taking it on the chin, videoing the speeches.
Crying my eyes out here, Andy.
What we should do is flies up though.
Last but not least, Lol. Me and Lol's been together for 14 years now, coming on 15 years. 15 years then. We've been together for 15 years. And we had a really rocky relationship early doors. We were constantly falling out. And we've only actually lived together for the last 5 years. And we've now got a baby who's 3.5. So it's not one of those relationships that sort of comes and goes in a few months or a few weeks. We really know what each other's all about now. We've had a chance to live together, you know, and we've had some scraps along the way, haven't we? There's been ups and downs. But probably the ultimate test that we did recently was I made her watch every single episode of Star Trek, from start to finish. Then when we got through all that, I downloaded the movies. And apart from slagging Riker off every time he showed his face on the screen, you never really complained, and I thought, I'm marrying the right person there. But after 15 years, I still find you attractive. You know, I still love you. You give me energy. We challenge each other. There's never a dull moment. And I couldn't think of anybody else I'd rather be studying and marrying in our favourite place in the world. So thanks for being my wife today. And I hope you've had the ultimate wedding that you dreamed of. With that, I'm going to pass it over to Harry James, best man. All right.
It's better not one of those speeches where you just get your tail out and then sit down.
Be all over him. Seems to be the way the day's gone so far. Where's Bradley as well? Yeah, I've got one brewing for you as well. So to start off with, I just want to echo what our Andy said to start off with, which is thanking everybody, all of you for coming. Obviously, it wouldn't have been the same without you. You know, without you guys making the effort, it wouldn't be the same. We'd be sitting here now, there'd be me and Kerry and these two, and it wouldn't be the same. And we appreciate that it costs to come on holiday. It costs a lot of money, and it takes a lot of effort. particularly those with families and small children. It's a lot of admin to come here. And what that shows to me is, and I'm sure to Andy and Lol as well, is it shows what good friends and family you are, that you've bothered yourself, you feel so strongly that you wanted to be here, that you've made the effort, you've got on the plane and you're here now to celebrate their blessing. We know they actually got married last week, and most of us were there, but they didn't want to make a big fuss about that. This is the one they wanted to make a fuss over. And I know they're really pleased, and I'm really pleased that you've all made the effort and that you're all here today now. It's customary for the best man to talk about how lovely the bridesmaids are, and I've never liked that. I've never liked sort of someone putting words in my mouth and saying, you must say how nice the bridesmaids are. But on this occasion, I mean, before I saw the dresses on the girls, before I saw the dresses, I was a bit dubious about the colour. I thought, coral, it doesn't really do it for me. But when they walked in, they looked absolutely beautiful, and I was really impressed. Look at what they've done with your hair, and you both look really nice. Now, and I'm the sort of person that wouldn't say that if it wasn't true. So
Yeah, that's true.
I
wouldn't.
I mean,
Tell us to look front.
you both look.
You'd say could try harder, wouldn't you?
See how disappointed you were.
I would. I'm highly disappointed with the bridesmaids. I should have made a bit more effort. And of course, the star of the show down there in the pram, she's asleep at the moment, the little bridesmaid over there, obviously very beautiful as well. And then, of course, Lol. And again, it's customary to say how beautiful the bride is, but I have to say, that dress is amazing. And I was telling Andy, he wanted to look, and I was saying, don't look, it's bad luck, don't look, don't look. So she was sneaking up behind us when the music was played, and I was having a good look, and I was saying to him, she looks beautiful, the dress is amazing. And sure enough, when she approached, and then I sat down, and the back of the dress, with the back all open, and absolutely beautiful. So you look amazing. And again, if you didn't, I wouldn't say so. So I really need it.
Comes up alright.
Skipping over here.
Yeah, I just skipped straight past that. But and then there's the TUI team of the people that put this together, which is Anne, Candice and Sean, the gentleman that married us earlier on, and of course Annie, the photographer. They've all put this together, and I think you'll all agree that it's a lovely intimate setting now that everybody's cleared out. We've got the place to ourselves, and of course the tunes are going to be pumping in a minute, and we'll make this place our own. So I wanted to say, thanks to the TUI team for putting this together as well, and thanks to Annie. So I need a head torch. I think the light's failing a little bit.
It's pro planning that, Dave.
All day.
Terrible planning. So Andy could have chosen any number of his mates to come out and be his best man. But I was delighted that he asked me to do it, and I was trying to think why he might have asked me and not one of his good mates, and I came to the conclusion that I've probably got more filth on him than anybody else. So he's probably picked me for that good reason. I'm particularly happy to be here because I was there on the night that Andy met Lol in a VIP venue frequented by the rich and famous, called the Courtyard in Middlesbrough on Albert Road. And I remember their eyes meeting across a cannabis smoke-filled room, and even the sound of glasses breaking and people screaming couldn't tear them away from each other. And then as they started courting, we got to know each other a little bit better. Andy frequently whisked Lol away in his private jet to the arena in Middlesbrough, and Lol often won the competition for the skimpiest outfit, and Andy won the other competition for the chewiest jaw.
Most mashed award.
But they've come a long way. They've come a long way, and as our Andy said, they've had their ups and downs. But here they are today, and here we all are to celebrate their blessing. Now, when Andy first told me that he planned to get married on a sandy beach, I said that's a fantastic idea. It's an absolutely fantastic idea, because I thought that the immense irritation of having sand in the crack of his arse all day, it would be fantastic practice for being married. So,
Married man clapping, sorry.
Over there, Mick.
no, but seriously, I want to offer a few words of imparted knowledge onto you two. I want to give you a little bit of advice. I've asked around all the married men, and I've got this advice for you. First of all, I want to give the advice to Andy, but I want to give you this advice for you to keep Lol happy. Right? Now, to keep Lol happy, you've got to love her, you've got to protect her, you've got to listen to her, respect her, you've got to support her, and you've got to include her in all of the decisions that you make going through life. Right? And then Lol, for you to keep Andy happy, turn up naked and have a kebab with you. but seriously, Andy, you'll leave here today with a great wife, someone who's going to love and support you, and someone who's going to cook and clean for you. And
You're about the same wife.
yeah, someone who's going to really take care of you. And Lol, you leave here today with a nice dress and some flowers. But all jokes aside, I came across a saying at another wedding a number of years ago. A friend of mine got married, and the best man said it, and I remember what he said, and I thought that's a lovely thing to say. And I've been waiting for the opportunity to say it, and today's the perfect opportunity. And what he said was, getting married is not about finding someone to spend the rest of your life with. It's about finding the person that you can't live without. And I think that Andy has found that person, and I think you have too. And so finally then, I just want to raise a glass to bride and groom, husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Hall, and say congratulations to Andy and Lol.
Andy and Lol.
If nobody else wants to say a few words, we'll get cracking with the music.
That isn't anywhere near the filth I was expecting.
That's it.
I censored that massively.
Hey, Mick,
Salty,
you're
eh?
on. Last three. Hey, Mick, is that?